Deadpool and Wolverine came out this year in 2024. Now, this follows Deadpool, played by Ryan Reynolds, living a normal life without being Deadpool. He's put up the mantle. He's not Deadpool anymore. And he's trying to find a normal job. He's trying to even become an Avenger, which we get a fun sequence with Happy Hogan. And, actually, scratch all that. We're going to start at the very beginning, because this opening sequence is incredible. Alright, so he's going back to basically dig up Logan's body from the Fox X-Men universe, and he's like, you can't be dead. Realizes he's dead, and then he gets super mad. It's really funny. And, but then we see these TVA agents trying to find him and trying to prune him. So basically, he uses Logan's body as basically just a bunch of tools for him to use to creatively kill each one of these TVA agents and soldiers and stuff, one by one. And that is also where we get the opening credits. Like, every limb that flies off or whatever is just one of the names. It's one of the credits. It is awesome. And then we cut to sometime between the actual we got Deadpool dancing, and it just gives you an idea, okay, yeah. This is not your regular MCU movie. It's the same kind of humor as the previous two Deadpool films, just enhanced by Wolverine's, other characters, which is kind of the polar opposite of Deadpool, which makes it even sweeter when you watch it. And, so the fights in this movie are spectacular. These slow motion action sequences, like Deadpool even said in the trailer, slow motion action sequences are just so good in this movie. Some of the best action sequences we've probably gotten in any MCU film. And, so the cameos are great, except for a few things that could have been great. Could have been some of the best parts in the film. Could have been some of the best MCU moments of all time. But then they're kind of just messed up. For example, there's this one sequence where, alright, so they have this ring that could take them anywhere. They're about to escape the void, and this ring can literally take them anywhere. It could take them anywhere through time. It could take them to another place in current time. It could take them forward in time. It could take them backward in time. Where do they go? They literally just go back to the dealership that Wade was working at. And there's this joke about Hugh Jackman having to do till he's 90, which, since it's Disney, it's probably true. But there's so many jokes like that already. Use that ring for something that's actually cool. And it was built up as a mystery in the trailer. So, why do that? And why build a hype around that moment if there's not going to be any payoff for it? And it's just very, very lame. Okay, and this other sequence where he's hopping through time to find another Deadpool, find another Wolverine to replace the one in his universe that's dead. At one point, he's in the woods, and you see Wolverine, and in his Wolverine's claws, you see the Hulk, and then the Hulk throws Deadpool. Okay, that's all we get, and then it cuts away from it. That's boring. Take more time away from the other guys that didn't make. Take more time away from the slow motion sequences of the cameos walking on screen, so it's time for people to clap. Take away from that and actually give us a fight between Deadpool and the Hulk. Deadpool, Hulk, and Wolverine all having a battle royale against each other. That would have been awesome. But still, I can give it a pass on that because the other cameos are great. Like Chris Evans being back as the Human Torch is really funny. And so Captain America in the previous MCU films would say language, because he's the Boy Scout of the group. The things he says in the post-credit scene, though, is going to give us that role. We're going to be the ones saying language in that post-credit scene. It is incredible. Chris Evans' vocabulary expands to such an extent that it did in any of the other movies. His mind would probably explode. If Captain America heard himself say that, he'd probably freaking explode or something. Oh, speaking of exploding, the way the Human Torch dies in this movie is insane. His skin is ripped off like a freaking blanket, and then you have all the rest of him. just plops to the ground after like 2 seconds of just looking around with no skin. It is like, I know the CGI isn't great in the sequence. Still, it is awesome. And, yeah, so Deadpool versus Wolverine. Amazing fights, amazing action. The comedy between the two is amazing because you have Wolverine, who's primarily, like, just a sad guy because this whole universe is dead. And that's actually a very interesting portion of the story. The rest of it is kind of crap, to be honest. I did not like the story. But still, the cameos with Elektra, Blade, and I can't remember who the other one was. Oh, and X-23, and still can't remember what the other one was. And, yeah, so, and at the end, you have Deadpool and Wolverine fighting all the other versions of Deadpool, and Wolverine pulls down his mask. Oh, this sequence is awesome. It's pretty much all in slow motion of the just chopping up all these other versions of Deadpool. And you know what the thing that unifies them all? Literally, Peter is the one that unites them all. He literally shows up there in Wade's, like, OG, like, Deadpool costume and just unifies all of them because, I don't know, Pete is like their friend savior or something. I don't even know. It's weird and it's cool. And there's others, like, slow motion sequences where you see Deadpool and Wolverine alongside each other, which is awesome. And I feel like after this is where it kind of drops off, like, slightly. Because they have to go down, they have to, like, do things. The whole multiverse isn't dead. Which, Deadpool kind of already says it, that, yeah, Marvel kind of messed up the multiverse saga with everything that they've done. But still, they obviously stop this, from happening. And happily ever after. That's basically the ending. And, yeah, so, if you think this is going to be different because it's owned by Disney, yes, it's obviously going to be different because there's never been this big of a threat in a Deadpool film. But the comedy and everything is exactly the same. It is amazing. This whole movie is great. Now, I don't know how my opinions will change in months to come or whatever. Still, though, I did really, really enjoy this movie. So, yeah, guys, I would probably give this a comfortable, probably, I don't know, probably like a B+. Out of 10, I'd give this a 7.5. And out of 100, I don't know. It's really, really good, though. So, yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video or any of my other content, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.